Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're going to be watching this. My name is Rotimi Daniels. Akíkakarí koko lójú ọlọ́rọ̀ tọ́lọ́rọ̀ bá gbọ́ kí ló fẹ́ fi mí ṣe. Before I submit what I have for us in this wonderful video, I will first plead with you to please be with an open mind. Don't be sentimental. Then think beyond our generation and think about what is going to happen to the next generation if we refuse to wake up and start asking questions. Thank you in advance for helping me to do that. This submission is going to come like a question and also like something to help us open our hearts and minds to think outside the box. This is a submission to say that or to assert that these biblical stories are lies from the pit of hell, if there is hell anyways. Now, when the biblical God created everything, we read that the biblical God said everything he created was good. In our generation and the generation before us, we have seen some parents did wonderfully well with their children such that the children love one another so much that you cannot see and missed them. Some parents have done wonderfully well that their communities are always envying the wonderful job they have done with how they have raised their children. However, when you come back to the biblical story, because the pastors and everyone who is using the Bible to eat, first and foremost, they want us to believe that we all came from Adam and Eve. Excuse me. We all came from Adam and Eve, meaning that all the nations of the world came out from Adam and Eve. And if they cannot say otherwise, then that means Adam and Eve, seeing where human race have gotten to today, that nations are rising against nations, that we hate one another so much that some countries would even develop nuclear weapons, that some first world countries will have reasons to be using wicked ways to destroy other continents like Africa that they call third world nations. They make sure that they set us against one another. They equip some of us that we ourselves term as terrorists. They equip them with sophisticated weapons so that when they begin to kill people, then the government is destabilized, and a lot of, I can't begin to go into the havocs that are being wreaked by human race. Meaning that Adam and Eve are the best examples of worst parenting, especially when you look at the story of Cain and Abel, right? And if Adam and Eve would, of course, without mincing words, would have done such a bad job, then don't you think that the bad job or every bad thing that we can attribute to Adam and Eve must have come from the biblical God? Because the non-living part of Adam and Eve was the clay. Then it was the biblical God that breathed his life into them. Meaning that what the biblical God breathed in them is what they produced. Some of you will come and argue that it was the serpent that slept with Eve, and it was what the serpent gave to Eve, because some of you will even argue it is only fruit they ate, it is not socket. But you are going to give us between Genesis 1, Genesis 2 to Genesis 3, where the creation of that serpent came. Yeah, you people think that you know about confusion. This is the generation that will set free the African continent. The ball is set rolling. They say that if the child does not meet with a story, the child will meet with history. Unfortunately enough, history is the father of story. Tọ́mọ ekere ò bá bàtàn yóò bá àrọ́bá, àrọ́bá ni bàbá àtàn. So generally in this video, I would, if you have the boldness and you have the knowledge more than I am, more than I do, more than other people, please, you might come in the comment section and tell me that, Mr. Rotimi, this is not so, and that you have some other things to say to disapprove what I have submitted, that the biblical God from the onset failed in his responsibilities in what he created. And if that is so, then it's the reason why Adam and Eve could not raise 2 children, okay, that will not give birth to the whole world, even when we cannot ascertain where they got the women they socketed. They now started giving birth to other living beings. Please, I will beg again, don't be too sentimental about these things. Let's begin to apply our IQ, and your comments are welcome in the comment section. Let's dialogue. And if you know so much about this Bible, you want to still help us to authenticate the Bible by helping us to answer so many questions that have come from it, please don't hesitate to come into my inbox, DM me, and we'll make an arrangement for a wonderful live video to come and authenticate the Bible. That is my submission in this video. Thank you and God bless. Bye.